The final 8 hours, before midnight. I have a million memories I can share with the world, on the amazing journey with my big brother. My brother was everything in my world, since it was through his very eyes that got mine opened, to all the reality in my empty and infantile one. This was the beginning, and the opening of the bigger window, for me to peek. My brother forced me to learn, even though at times I didn't want to do anything of the lessons. He deemed important for me to survive in this cruel world. You see, my brother woke up one day in his youthful world, with demands faster than his young mind could process, and at the same time learned to apply these non-existent skills. He leaped into adulthood, even before he had time enough to finish his youthful race. There was no better moral teacher available for me to learn from, than my brother, blood for blood. He beat any renowned teacher through proximity and familiarity with our struggling lives at home. This emblazoned him, as my ultimate living superhero. Like a Shaolin kid adopted by his master, I was in for the lessons of my life. My brother raised me and did every possible groundwork, to prepare me for the hectic world ahead. I must say, I was a good protege, hence I remained his favorite of the 5 brothers. More oftentimes than not, I always had an impeccable attitude towards my brother. Obedience grew out of our kindred spirits. This journey was made perfect for us, and so the long desert track begun as I learned each passing day. I was grateful and happy. Suddenly, one day later in life, my brother fell ill and had to take him to hospital as I panicked it could be serious. He'd been admitted 3 times earlier and was discharged back home. But this time around, where I thought he'd be released sooner than we had hoped, was not to be, as the final 8 hours before midnight Monday began to count down. I remember the Saturday before his last Sunday, as we gathered around his hospital sickbed, singing and praying fervently as a family, just how my big brother looked shining as he clapped and joined the chorus. I was humbled but cautiously afraid that this might be the last time our eyes connected. The thought lingered inside my heart as I recalled just how his eyes were scanning every face surrounding his sickbed, as if he wanted to wave us goodbye. He saw our world no longer fit for him to live in. God must have showed him a more beautiful celestial heartland. The final 8 hours before midnight began with me, sitting in my car sobbing, and praying. As I was thinking about my big brother, I played and dedicated this song, Heartland. My spirit seemed to be telling me, this was the final 8-hour countdown to midnight, prepare for the worst. I saw his casket and actually attended his funeral 8 hours before my big brother gave up the ghost. I was mortified and even less than shocked when his son called me in the wee hours of that fatal Tuesday morning, to announce his passing. Lamentation written by Sidney Piccalela Gotungwa. Copyright November 14, 2021. Featured song, Heartland. From the album, Soul Embrace. Smooth jazz artist, Richard Elliott. Copyright 1992. The final 8 hours before midnight prophecy was fulfilled, as my big brother leaped into the celestial heartland where no pain exists. Bon voyage, great master, and thank you for the life lessons learned. I adore you. Indeed, it is now past midnight for you in the heartland.